Hello again, I'm Vincent-Buys, representative of the 42nd District. Thank you for joining me for my 5th video update of the 2013 session. We are currently on the 81st day of the session, which is scheduled to end April 28th. This session, my office has once again worked hard to reach out to our community in order to listen to your concerns and respond to the issues you care about. A few weeks ago, Senator Doug Erickson and I hosted a well-attended town hall. It was great to speak with constituents one-on-one and hear how we can best represent them. We addressed a variety of questions from education and jobs to the environment and coal trains. Recently, I also had the opportunity to participate in a radio program on KGMI to give residents a detailed picture of what I've been working on. If you weren't able to hear that interview, please visit my website, which is listed at the bottom of your screen. I enjoyed being able to speak at length on the issues that impact our communities. And last week, I hosted a telephone town hall with my seats mates, Representative Jason Overstreet and Senator Doug Erickson. This is a great opportunity to connect with so many folks at once with this technology. The telephone town hall is much like a radio talk show where constituents can call in and ask us questions directly. Over 2,000 people participated in the telephone town hall. If you haven't had a chance to talk with me or hear my interviews and would like to, please contact my office at the number at the bottom of the screen. My door is always open, and I welcome your thoughts and opinions. Yesterday was the cutoff for Senate bills to be voted out of Policy Committee in the House. Due to the unusual makeup of the Senate this year, there were markedly fewer bills that came to House committees. For those of you who may not be aware, earlier this year, 2 Democrats joined with the Republicans in the Senate and formed a coalition. This coalition now holds the majority by only 1 vote. This is important because it's the first time in many years where one party hasn't controlled the House, the Senate, and the governor's office. With one-party control, it is impossible to have real bipartisanship or be a true representation of our state citizens. Government functions for the good of the people when there are checks and balances. That is evident this year. The House proposed over 1,000 bills in 52 days. A majority of those bills passed House committees along partisan line votes. Thankfully, once those contentious bills reached the Senate, they died, and only bipartisan legislation is continuing through the process. Next week, we resume with voting on the House floor. At this stage, bills which have not changed from their Senate versions and are voted off the House floor go directly to the governor. So this set of votes is very important. I anticipate it will work into the evening on several occasions. Additionally, we have finally begun the process of creating a budget. The governor released what he called a budget outline. This outline included $1.2 billion in tax increases. 6 months ago, Governor Inslee promised to not increase taxes by saying he would veto anything that heads the wrong direction, and the wrong direction is new taxes in the state of Washington. Making this kind of promise and then breaking it within the first 90 days of his service betrays the people's trust. The governor has said that these are not officially new taxes because they just extend temporary taxes or end exemptions. For example, B&O taxes on service businesses will continue. This means higher taxes for barbers, dentists, janitors, music teachers, school bus operators, architects, veterinarians, and more. Tax incentives will end for vehicle trade-ins, getting local residential phone service, recycled fuel environmental programs at Washington's oil refineries, the purchase of farm equipment, and more. Governor Inslee stated that those increases were to fund education, but the House Republicans put forth a budget that fully funds education, allocates over $500 million more, and all without new taxes. Using children as a reason to increase taxes is disingenuous. I am adamantly opposed to this budget outline and raising taxes on already hardworking families and businesses. The most recent economic and revenue update for Washington State shows we have a fragile economy. Raising taxes only leads to uncertainty for employers thinking of locating or expanding in Washington and does nothing to get Washington working. In response to the governor's outline, the majority coalition in the Senate proposed their own budget. Their proposal is a true bipartisan budget and an example of what a budget that does not rely on tax increases might look like. It is a positive step forward, funding education while providing necessary state services without placing a greater tax burden on a very fragile and slow economic recovery. This budget validates what House Republicans have been saying for months. We can produce a balanced budget that funds education first, protects the most vulnerable, and provides for public safety without relying on tax increases. I will continue to work and support a budget that focuses on priorities and to oppose new taxes. As the session comes to a close, I will keep you updated about what is going on in Olympia. If you have any other ideas, questions, or concerns that you would like to share with me, please contact my office. I am here to be a resource for you. I look forward to hearing from you and talking to you again soon. Thanks for joining me.